Hello everyone, welcome back once again to After the Credits. So, this movie I actually saw before I went on my vacation, but didn't get a chance to film a review for it, and didn't really get a chance to film a review until I got back. And when I got back the other day, so okay, I gotta sit down and film a review. Went up to Walmart to get a couple things, and apparently it's out on DVD now, even though I just watched it in theaters like 2 weeks ago. But hell with it, I'll do a review on it anyway. Because it is a movie from this year, and I did see it in the theater. Wasn't sure if I was going to do this as a fast forward or just a regular video, so however long it takes is however long it takes. I'll try and keep it short, but if not, I'm probably going to label it as a normal after the credits instead of a fast forward, but it's probably only going to be a few minutes long, because there ain't a whole lot to the movie. And that movie is Green Room. So what did I think of Green Room? I thought a lot more of the trailer, actually. First saw the trailer for it when I was watching another movie, and I was like, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Went and saw it, and wasn't really anything that the trailer described. So it's about this band, they're a little local band. They play local crappy gigs. And anyone who's ever worked for a band knows that the backstage area where the band sit until it's time for them to go on is called the Green Room. So they go to this one club and where they're supposed to do an interview for a radio station and then do a show. Unfortunately, the guy who's doing the interview, they do the interview with him, and then they find out that he had some issues with one of the other shows that he'd booked, and he lost his permit to run shows out of a venue. So they kind of got screwed out of that. He found him another place to do a show, but they made like a total of $7 because no one showed up. So he felt bad about it, so he's like, look, I got a cousin who runs a venue. It's an off place, but, it's a paying gig, pay you like $300. And so they go and play there, and it turns out it is a venue for white supremacists, neo-Nazi skinheads, whatever you want to call them. So they're like, well, as long as they're not like burning crosses or none of that stuff, but they're just there to listen to music, whatever, it's a paying gig. Okay, I guess, whatever. So they go in and play, and they go back to get their stuff out of the green room, and everything's already packed up and out in the hallway. Even though one guy had just told them, don't leave things in the hallway, our boss is like very strict about the fire code. So they come back and like, oh, what happened to fire code? They're like, yeah, well, something came up and we just needed the green room right away. And, so we packed up all you guys' stuff for you. Hope it's not a problem. Like, no, it's cool. One girl forgot her phone, so the guy goes back in to get it, and he runs and says, hey guys, didn't mean to bother you, just my sister, girlfriend, whatever she was, forgot her phone. I'll be right out of your way. And as he turns, there's a dead body. So now the owners of the club are all like, okay, we gotta get this situation under control. And instead of just bribing them, they're like, look, we'll give you guys like $500 a piece or whatever. You didn't see anything, which they probably would have taken. They kind of handle it awkwardly, but at first it's like, okay, well, it seems like they're going to let them go, but in the long run, they're not, because then you wouldn't have a movie. So they end up locking themselves in the green room, and they kind of barricade themselves in, and the owner's talking to them like, look, we want to sell this, resolve this without getting the cops involved, whatever. And they start to ease up, but then they realize that they're probably going to get killed. So then they kind of fight their way out. And basically it's 5 people versus all these skinheads in a club, which is not what the trailer made it look like at all. It made it look like the club had actually gotten taken over by like a hostage situation, and it was only like 2 or 3 members of the band that made it back to the green room, and they had to hold up in there and try and fight everyone off, which looked like it would be a lot stronger premise than what we actually got. So they managed to do whatever they got to do to survive for as long as they can. Not everyone makes it. And really it's just a long, drawn-out thing that could have been a lot better paced, I guess I could say. Overall, it was an okay movie. Not really much more to say about it than that. What would I give as far as a star rating? Probably a 2.5. Like I said, it really oddly paced and had a lot more potential based on what I was thinking would come of it from the trailer. Just didn't live up to it. So normally I'd say it was a middle of the road movie, but because of the pacing, I'm going to knock it down a little bit to a 2.5 as opposed to a 3. So that is it for this episode. That is my review of Green Room. Would I recommend watching it? You know, if you're bored, rent it for $1 or whatever. If it comes on TV, check it out. It's an easy way to kill an hour and a half, I guess. Hour 45, whatever the runtime is. But that is it for this episode. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are down there and up there if you're watching on YouTube, which you probably are. And until next time, we will see you after the credits.